can you now tell the court based upon Exhibit DF3 the specific ground or the specific reason for which the third accused was released from the military in terms of paragraph 1 of Exhibit DF3?
Lieutenant Japa was released from the armed forces with effect from 1st November 2007, and he was released under item 2A of the table to article 1501 of reference A, and his service records annotated as service terminated. That is what Shira wanted.
So what specific reason is assigned to, or what specific, what was the amended question? What specific case is applicable under item 2A?
My lady, inefficiency, and it has 3 things covered.
Did the military's letter cover all the 3 things?
No, my lady.
Which one did it cover?
Through continued lack of application or interest.
Now, show him Exhibit BG and BH as well as BF2.
My lady, as well as
BF2. So if you look at Exhibit BG in paragraph 4 and BH, generally, as well as paragraph 2, paragraph 2, yes, of Exhibit BF2. Those documents tendered in evidence refer to the Japan's relationship financially with the Ghana Armed Forces and 10 parties. Is that correct?
yes, my lady.
Now let's look at the table attached to Exhibit BF3. Where a military officer does not pay his debts, which of the reasons for release is applicable to him?
My lady, is misconduct and is having failed to settle his private debts.
Please tell the court whether misconduct appears in Exhibit BF3, which is the Army's release letter to third accused.
My lady, no.
Now that you do not know, or you cannot tell the court, sorry, you cannot tell the court who released the confidential records of the third accused person to the minister. Were you able to find out from your, were you able to institute an inquiry into it?
My lady, I did not receive any correspondence, but some documents have been released to the court, so I couldn't do that.
Very well. Who petitioned? I'll leave that with you for it.
You don't want to know what your plans are.
Oh, right.
You don't want to know.
Oh, who doesn't want to? He or the court?
You don't want to know.
It
wasn't meant for the court. Maybe you have some other, what is it, a man's plans. I will build the house for you on Cloud 9. Please, Dr. Bassi. Dr. Bassi.
Sir, how long have you been the chief of defense staff?
My lady, since 1st February this year.
And as a chief of defense staff, what are your primary responsibilities, sir?
I'm responsible to the President of the Republic and the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces for the administration, operational control, and command of the Ghana Armed Forces.
Sir, I suppose you have a working operational knowledge of the administrative rules of the Ghana Armed Forces. Is that correct?
Yes, my lady.
And you are familiar with the rules regarding the disclosure of the personal data of military officers, whether past, retired, or serving.
Yes, my lady.
And as part of these rules, you observe some confidentiality requirements. Is that correct?
Yes, my lady.
Can you tell the court?
Please help Dr. Bamba. The microphone keeps running away from you. Sorry, you are leaving us.
No, I'm just trying to make it more convenient for the people.
Okay.
Yes. And you are aware, sir, that in Ghana we have a Data Protection Act 2012 Act 843.
Yes, my lady.
And that Data Protection Act, puts restrictions on the release of personal data without a court order. Are you aware of that?
Yes, my lady.
So when the Minister of Defense, in Exhibit BF1, disclosed and released, that document to the, well, let me backtrack. Now, look at Exhibit BF1. Exhibit BF1 is addressed to the Honorable Minister for Justice and Attorney General.
Yes, my lady.
Please, can you identify him in court? Please, if you don't mind standing up for him to identify.
For what? For what, Bamba?
Well, it's just a request. It's just a request.
No, it was nothing.
Well,
Please don't tell this.
but if I may move.
No, Dr. Bamba, I'm waiting for your apology. You know that this is not how it's done.
I sincerely
You know that's not how it's done.
I sincerely
apologize. No, don't cut me off. When you do these things, it's like all these suits and things that people watch. It's nothing. Yeah.
My lady, I sincerely apologize.
Maybe the apology could have suspicions.
I apologize from the bottom of my heart.
Continue.
Please, can you identify the Honorable Attorney General in this court?
Yes, my lady.
Please, have you cited any court order in respect of the release of Exhibit BF1?
My lady, I think you need to clarify what you mean by court order.
Have you seen any court order served on you or made available to you that indicates that Exhibit BF1 should be released to the office of the Honorable Attorney General?
No, my lady.
Are you aware, aren't you, that the Attorney General has a duty to ensure the due compliance with the laws of Ghana? Is that correct?
Yes, my lady.
Including the Ghana Post. So the past three questions have been most unfair. Only the mere fact that evidence says that it's aware of the law does not mean that you can impute matters containing an act or that you even think I contain an act to the witness. Indeed, he has already laid a foundation to show that it is required under the Data Protection Act that the court order be procured before a document be produced to a public officer, especially the Attorney General. So this, with all respect, I don't know where my friend is heading with this question, or line of questions. I think it's most unfair not to use evidence by which.
Where are we going? Now, listen, please, let's get this, and I will make this comment just for the sake of the considerable public interest. That when it comes to evidence, and even if it is illegally procured, now we all know what the rules are. That is one. Number two, Dr. Bamba.
My lady.
Is it this Exhibit BF and BF3 that was listed in somebody's subpoena? Is that it? No, I don't remember.
No, my lady.
Were they listed in somebody's
My lady,
I'm not naming names, I'm just checking. Whether it was this document that was listed in somebody's subpoena.
No, my lady. It was the indebtedness and the special report.
It wasn't listed in somebody's subpoena.
Yeah. So this was discovered by the Honorable Attorney General.
Oh, good. Yes. Now, there are many things, and so let's move forward. Because if you look at the evidence, I keep telling everybody that to make yourself a good lawyer, just take the original act and read it like a book. Because it helps. These are matters of public record, official records. We have discussed this in the, I think there was some objection, wasn't there?
Yes, there was.
Were you the one who raised the objection, Dr. Bamba?
Regarding the
tendering of that document.
I did not.
It was, you didn't object.
No, I did not.
Are you sure? Somebody did. What
I did. Yes.
Are you did?
Okay.
So now that it is in evidence, I think we should make progress by commenting on it as copiously as you wish. Or else, if you felt that there was something wrong with it, you had 21 days within which to appeal the admissibility or otherwise. We say do. Don't do that. Sit down. You keep calling him to leave here. We say you are fond of doing that. Every time
I'm determined to come back. She can't take it now.
Yes, sorry. So let the record show that Mr. Sory has left us. So please, counsel, I think we should make progress.
Absolutely, my lady.
And just please feel free to comment on the evidential things, whether it is supposed to have been admitted, what weight to be given to it, and all that in your addresses. I pity you people at the addresses you have to write. Continue.
So when you compare Exhibit B,
so that question I think is absolutely for now irrelevant. It is already in, and let's just move on. Yes.
Sir, when you compare Exhibit BF1 to Exhibit BF3, I suggest to you that the reasons stated by the Honorable Minister of Defense in Exhibit BF1 as the grounds for the release of A3. Are not totally accurate.
My lady, isn't the question form or is a statement?
I am suggesting that to you, sir.
Okay. He's suggesting.
Yes, my lady. I have already informed you that if you
information regarding a past serving or retired military officer cannot be released to any other person except with your express authorization. Is that correct?
It's not, yes, my lady, it's not wholly true. I have a supervisory ministry and they are entitled to receiving my classified documents from the Ghana forces.
But the military doesn't have operational control over, the Ministry of Defense doesn't have operational administrative control over the military. Isn't that correct?
The Ministry of Defense comprises of the military division and then the civil division. The military division is commanded by or controlled by or administered by the Chief of the Defense Staff. The civil division is controlled, administered by the Chief Director, and both answer to the supervising minister as the Minister of Defense.
So, sir, do you know whether Exhibit BF1 was in respect of any request from the Office of the Attorney General to you or to you?
No, my lady.
And you haven't cited any document emanating from the Office of the Attorney General requesting the kind of information that is provided for in BF1, as in BF1, have you?
No, my lady.
Sir, can any member of the public write to the military and ask for the personal records of any military officer?
My lady, it can be done when explicit reasons are being given and sanctioned by the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces.
Sir, have you followed these proceedings?
No, my lady, because I was busy among the borders of Ghana and Burkina Faso.
And do you know the reason why the Honorable Attorney General requested the Minister of Defense to provide us with BF1?
No, my lady.
May I suggest to you that the reason why the Honorable Attorney General did that is because he has been accused of working together with A3 to ensure that A1, the minority leader. Let me finish my question. Let me finish my question. Let me finish.
Out of objection. Out of objection. But the first and foremost, it is very important to note that the author of Exhibit BF1 has never been subpoenaed by the defense. Secondly, any question bordering on the motive that I, with all respect, have in making a request to a person who has not been subpoenaed cannot be asked of a witness who has already stated that he's not even aware of the correspondence between myself and the minister. Lady, I think that the question and all questions on those lines are most unfair and should not be allowed.
It's quite interesting.
If he can subpoena the minister for defense, he has not done so. This is right. Let him do so.
Counsel, let me ask you.
My lady.
Let me ask you this question because I always like the Sunday school approach. Let me ask you, how somebody who has just said that he has not been following these proceedings because he's on the border of Burkina Faso is supposed to know the motive for the trial of your client. How?
But if he doesn't
I
know,
think
he doesn't know, he can say.
But
Yes.
you know, Dr. Baba, I can never teach you because you know far more than I do. Except that they say that the law is now, but like you, stop memory. There makes multitude at the back. That's energy. Stop.
No, Malady, I'm not.
I saw it.
No, Malady.
Please, I am saying that this question, you know, ought not to be directed to this witness. And we have gone on beyond that. The rest of it, most definitely, is for comment by you and the court, most definitely. And so please, that question, I won't let you lie. I saw, in fact, even if the Attorney General had not, I'd have told you that you shouldn't lie. And even when you were asking that question, I saw your expression. You were trying hard not to smile. Why do you do that? You were trying very hard.
You know I like to smile.
No, you don't.
That's my nature.
Yes. Don't do it. It's not nice. And the young people will learn, so don't do it. So ask a proper question. Eh?
Malady, I will.
You do have any more questions?
Malady,
this is the kind of questions you have. I think you should finish and let others go.
Malady, I have very important questions.
And then I think you should ask real admissible questions.
I will do so, Malady.
Continue.
Sir, please have a look at Exhibit BF2, the signature of Brigadier General MKG Ahiagro.
No, my lady.
No, very well. Well, that'll be all for you.